SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello, and welcome back to Disco Elysium, where Kim has seemingly nestled his chin onto my right shoulder. I suspect this is just a artifact of having saved and loaded in this particular place. I'm going to go ahead and step to the side. I'm sure he'll be a great deal more comfortable with that. There we go. I'm also going to unequip this flashlight because shining it awkwardly in the face of this kindly dice maker is not really doing anybody any favors. So there we go. All right. So, anyway, the dice maker. I do still want to talk to her some more, but I do have to bear in mind, right? If I'm going to ask Kim to take the body away, then I have to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of my day with Kim not here. Because most of the stuff regarding the actual investigation, I don't want to do with him absent, because he's the one who takes notes, and he's quite observant as to what's going on when I'm talking to various, people about it. So one of the things that I had in mind that I was going to do, which is hunt down the smoking guy at his room in number 28 when he was around in the evening, that probably shouldn't happen, since Kim's probably not going to be here for that, unless I just forget to take the body away today, and that also seems like a problem. In any case, let's talk to the dice maker. Hello, again.
Oh, it's you again.
It's me again.
Are you looking for a die?
I would like to ask you about the murder. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags? This seems important, but I don't know if you're actually going to have witnessed anything,
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
I mean, that's fair, I suppose. Continue.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then, the woman under the large window.
Uh-huh. What you got in mind, Kim?
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I mean, it is a fair point. Provided she was even here, though. I mean, she doesn't necessarily spend all her time here, but continue.
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
The daily ruckus. What do you mean by the daily ruckus? And you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window? Do you often work Sunday nights? I see, thank you for your answers. Let's discuss the daily ruckus.
Well, there's always something going on in the whirling's backyard.
She stops to try and come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids.
Kuno and company.
And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about.
Mm-hmm.
Must be because of the strike.
I mean, that would make sense, yes. Continue.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
That does seem to be the case, Drama Brain, thank you.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
She looks up at the window. Pale light comes in. And you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window?
I might have.
She admits.
But in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
That's a very good point, since you had probably had light in here to work by, where there wouldn't have been light outside. Continue.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
Yes, that. Although they may have had some manner of light going on outside when they were hanging the guy, but I don't know. They could have also done it in, dark of night. That seems appropriate, but they seem to want to make a spectacle out of it, right? So who knows? Continue.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
And I figure you would have to get up for it. It's rather high up after all. Okay, that's reasonable. Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it. And I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
I see. I guess it's something to do, sure. I don't know how I knew that you were working Sunday night. Maybe we'd already discussed that. Is it Sunday right now? I don't think so, right? It's just day 2. I don't even know what day of the week it is. Hang on. Let me think here. Wasn't it Friday yesterday? Or was it Saturday yesterday? Or wait, had the weekend just gone by? Was it Monday yesterday and today's Tuesday? Yes, that's what it was. In fact, I can check my journal and it says, doesn't it? Right, it's Tuesday. Ha ha! I remembered a thing. Good job, me. I see. Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
Yay.
Anything else, officer?
Let's discuss the concept of ordering a die from you. How does this work?
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
She nods. This is what she's here for. Do you know the Whirl and Tethered setting? I want a die for that. Do you have any cursed dice? Tell me about your most extraordinary die. I'm sorry, I don't actually know what die I want. Just a normal die for me, please. Very regular. I'm looking for something to help with my work. Actually, I need more time to think about it. Huh. Well, these are sure some options. This is one that I, presumably gained access to by checking around in this building, but I wonder if Real Untethered even used dice, though. Does it? I can't remember. Certainly some discussion of that went down. I haven't, by the way, forgotten that I theoretically want to keep an eye out for the password for that particular little box that I'm carrying around, because I'd like to pawn it eventually, but I want to know what's on it first, and for that I need a password. I just don't know where to go to get that. I wonder if it's a situation where I need to search their offices again now that I know I'm looking for it. It might make a difference. But that's irrelevant at the moment. Why don't we see what she says if I don't know what die I want? Let's start with that.
How about an amber die?
She suggests. Amber, a poor man's gold? No, amber sounds too boring. Sure, what, amber?
Who told you amber was cheap? It's beautiful, really, and has been treasured since the ancient times.
The dice maker laughs. Okay.
For 7 real, I'll craft you a 13-sided die from a piece of amber with a fossilized insect. It's perfect for those who can't seem to let go of their past.
A 13-sided die from the piece. Wow, that's very customized. That sounds like me. I mean, it kind of does, yeah. How do you know this about me? How do you know about because of my disco jacket? Is that it? Is that what's going on? That sounds like me.
I had a feeling.
She smiles, but says nothing more. It's a deal, order the die. I can't because I don't have 7 real. I need to think about it. Sorry.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Tell me about your most extraordinary die.
A star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more than 7 real. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm a star myself, a superstar, and superstars don't care about money. No, I'm afraid it's not worth it, sorry. A star that fell from the firmament, really? Did you make a die out of like a meteorite? I want to know about it.
Yes, you definitely have the proper attitude. How about a pair of 100-sided dice?
A pair of them?
Made of ivory and inlaid with lodestone.
Lodestone?
A naturally occurring magnet to complement your magnetic personality.
Well, now you're just trying to flatter me. Continue.
Pieces of lodestone were used as the first magnetic compasses, from which they derived their other name, coarse stones.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Continue.
10 real, and I can get these ready in 8 hours.
That's less expensive than I was expecting, to be honest with you. I still don't have the money, but do magnetic dice even roll properly? Question? I mean, they probably do, yeah, unless you roll them on a metallic surface.
It's true. Magnetic dice are definitely different. When rolled together, the magnetic fields of the pips interact with each other to push and pull on each other as they're rolled.
Huh.
Just like all magnetic personalities do.
I see. Well, I guess that makes sense, sure. It makes it somewhat even more random, I suppose. Unless, they fall in a predictable fashion. In any case, I don't have 10 real.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
I suppose maybe I do. Tell me, does We're All Untethered have a die associated with it?
Ah, yes. Fortress Accident.
She shakes her head lightly.
It's too bad they never finished their game.
Isn't it just?
The We're All Untethered die is a variation of a standard role-playing die. Only, instead of plants, it uses motives of ice and death. And loss, of course.
Ice, death, and loss. Well, that sounds pleasant. Instead of plants. A standard role-playing die uses plants? Does it? Well, I guess this is a different world. I don't necessarily know what I'm talking about. Continue.
Ice, death, loss. Sounds like you.
Gosh, thanks, conceptualization.
I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin.
Uh-huh.
The reptile bone is as white as ice, and dead as, well, death.
Presumably. She
For
smiles.
7 real, I could have it ready in 8 hours.
What's a standard role-playing die? Yes, I want to know about that. Why do you need to cast it in resin? Standard.
It's an icositetrahedron, a 24-sided die that can produce results for 2-sided, 3-sided, 4-sided, 6-sided, and 12-sided die with a single roll.
Convenient.
Technically, you can also use it for many other sizes, but you may need to reroll results.
That does seem pretty useful. It's almost... Now that you put it that way, it's almost kind of surprising that we don't use those, but we don't use those. Huh. Continue.
Loving it. So nifty.
It definitely is, I gotta say. Why do you need to cast it in resin?
Untreated bone is porous and prone to chipping.
Ah.
Cast it in something hard like resin though, and voila, It's perfect.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, I mean, you're the professional here. That makes sense. I should maybe get a different one. Back off.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
I'm just really enjoying hearing about all the dice that you can make. Do you have any cursed dice?
What do you mean by cursed?
As cursed as this commercial area. As cursed as my life. Abrac at abra. Perished like this world. Very dramatic. Let's do it.
All right. How about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die.
Oh, I only have to have the 7 real in 8 hours. I see. I pay upon receiving the completed item. I can't say words. Huh. Well, that's fascinating, but I do want to see your other options, sorry.
Maybe you have some other
Tell me about your
ideas
normal
for
die
dice?
ideas.
A normal die? I'm a novelty dice maker. I don't make normal dice.
What do you do then?
Polyhedral dice. Dice that have more than 4 sides. Octahedrons, trapezohedrons, dodecahedrons. But also barrel dice and teetotum balls.
I don't know what a teetotum ball is, or a barrel dice for that matter, but okay, continue.
Come on now. Be a little creative.
I have been sort of. I'm looking for something to help with my work. Sure, let's see what you got for that.
I think I have just the right one for you.
She opens the top drawer of her work desk and takes something out. 2 polyhedrons, red and blue, are cradled in her palm. I don't get it.
You're a police officer, right? Here, catch.
She tosses
They're a
you the
gift
dice.
from me.
Really? Continue.
A beautiful woman tossing you a gift. Whatever you do, don't overthink it.
Catch the dice. -1. Totally overthinking it. Let them fall to the ground. No. I'll try. I got even odds. Let's do it. Catch them.
You
I failed.
overthink it. Your hands can't agree what to do, and the 2 dice drop to the floor and scatter in opposite directions, like pearls from a broken string.
Stylish.
The blue one disappears down the pit
Oh.
in the center.
Oh no. Come on now. Oh man. Continue.
Down the drain, like your career.
Gosh, thanks.
I apologize, officer. That comment was unnecessary.
Jokes the dice maker, her eyes tracking the remaining polyhedron. Then she catches your eye. I mean, it's okay. You're not wrong. I don't play fetch. Pick up the red die, leave the die on the floor. I will pick up the red die. I would like to get the blue one, but I guess I can't have it. It went down a hole in the floor. Maybe I can find it downstairs? I'll check the oven downstairs. Give me the red die, please.
That one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay. The other one was the inverse. They were a set, you see, but now the set is broken.
I mean, I suppose that seems appropriate in a way, too. Continue.
It's a shame. They might have brought you luck. You definitely need luck in Martinez.
She closes her desk drawer. Continue.
Is she pitying you? Good God, she's pitying you.
I mean, why not? I kind of need pitying sometimes. Continue.
Now, was there anything else?
Okay. So I could order some dice from her, but I'd have to decide which one I want and come back with 7 real after 8 hours, which would set us at 11 o'clock tonight. Now, I have 6 real, but I mean, of course, I do have to pay for my hotel tomorrow. Hotel, I can't really call it a hotel. My room tomorrow, I'd have to pay for that too. So I should be planning ahead, I guess. I'm hoping that I can pawn some things, like, for example, the Commodore Red, possibly. I don't know if my volition is going to let me do that. I'm a little worried about it, to be honest with you. I don't think I have more questions about this building. We've talked about pretty much everything. The one thing is, a couple people in the comments mentioned her name, and I feel like she did introduce herself, but it didn't update her description from Novelty Dice Maker to her name, which seems a shame, doesn't it? I would like to order a die. No, hang on. Let me leave quick. Let me leave. Okay, what's this? Oh, I've completed a thought. I forgot.
Derealization.
Yes. Whoa. What's going on with your head?
Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having.
Indeed.
And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
I see. That does Yeah, I suppose that does seem important. I wonder how she would take that particular inquiry. Bonuses, please? +1 experience for every orb clicked. All intellect learning caps raised by 1. Huh. Well, that's neat. Sure, okay. Orbs clicked. So just by exploring, I get bonus experience? I'm going to do that anyway, so sure, that sounds good. That sounds great. I have a skill point. I could technically start learning one of these things if I wanted to, huh? I have hesitations about all of these, I'll be honest with you, but for right now, let's leave it be. Save that skill point in case I need it for something coming up. Okay, okay. So I dropped the die down here. I assume there's no getting it back, and the deed is done, but let me have a look at the one that I've got anyway. Items. There it is. Icosahedral red dye. This 20-sided die is made of bloodstone and inlaid with lapis lazuli, its colors resembling police sirens. Its blue partner is missing. Kind of looks like the fire department arriving on the scene. Got fucked. Shit fingers. What? Note! Look at the map tab in journal to see which white checks have opened. Okay. What do you mean, which white checks have opened? Are you just explaining that that's a thing? I suppose that is a thing, yes. I don't know if there's anything here that's new. Also, I can't seem to drag that thing. It just sort of zips back to where it was, huh? Oh, the Titus Hardy authority check is back, but that may have been true already. I'm not honestly sure. Formidable physical instrument is out of the question, pretty much. Measurehead conceptualization. I still haven't really decided if I want to go conceptualizing his worldviews. The cafeteria window's back open. Did all these open up because of the die? Well, that's interesting. Huh. I wonder what would have happened if I'd had both of them. What would have been different? All right.
Oh, it's you again.
It's me again.
Are you looking for a die?
I am looking for a die.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Okay. So, do we go for the amber one with an insect inside, 13-sided to represent me? Do we pursue her extraordinary die, which is 10 real, which is more expensive, of course? The cursed die, I am curious what she comes up with, since she said she'd surprise me. The Whirl Untethered one. That was the one with the alligator skull, right? Loss and ice and death. Very, very dark. Between that and the one that she chose to represent me, right? The amber with the insect inside it. I'm more inclined to go with the amber one. And as far as cursed dice are concerned, that is an interesting concept, but it's also... I don't know if I want to carry around a cursed die. That seems like it might be a bad idea. I'm going to order the one that she chose to represent me.
How about an amber die?
That one. Yes.
For 7 real, I'll craft you a 13-sided die from a piece of amber with a fossilized insect.
That one. It's a deal.
Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
She takes a small notebook from her table and writes something down. I guess that's everything. Cool, thank you. All right. Well then. This has been enlightening. It's dark out here. I forgot. Okay, hang on. Yeah, just a second, Kim. I know what you're about to... I think I know what you're about to say. Let me just get my flashlight out, huh? Let me get my flashlight out, and if you still want to say something, we can talk. There we go. Okay, now then. You were saying, Kim? Oh, that was what it was. He wanted to talk. He wanted me to get my flashlight out. Okay. Say, Kim. Hello. Hello, Kim. Kim, I want to talk to you. Kim? Why is it not letting me talk to Kim? Let's go over here where there's some space. Kim, I wish to speak with you. Kim?
Yes?
Shoot. I was really hoping that there would be an option to discuss current quandaries with Kim. I want to know what he thinks we should do about Measurehead, but apparently he doesn't seem to have an opinion on the matter at the moment. He's letting me deal with it whatever way seems appropriate to me. Well, fine. Well, fine. All right. Let me just have a look at this now that I know I'm looking for a password.
Your flashlight slides over and some of the writing has faded with age. but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Let me look at the notes and see if there's anything about the password.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still... The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the outside. A cold wind wraps the building in its bosom.
Oh.
Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise."
That wasn't in there before because my shivers weren't high enough. What do you know about that? So people just know about the doomed commercial area. So even though the bookstore seems to be doing well enough, some people still just avoid it intentionally because it's here and nothing should be here. It's bad business, apparently. That didn't take up any time, though, so let me have a quick look through.
The photo collage.
Yep.
Entire oceans
Yep.
have been... You see primitive oil, albeit dark and cold. This vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine.
I did already see this again.
Much needed
before, didn't I?
respite from our own world.
I did.
A pinned postcard reads,
Okay.
The heat
This
death
is
scenario.
there's nothing
A
new here.
desperate
I'm just going to
fight
flip
for
through quick. I'll let you know if there's
geothermal
anything new, okay?
These lithe, pointy, translucent, nothing. It's just...
Okay. No hints as to what the password could be here. I just looked through everything again, and it's just the same as it was last time I looked at it. Okay. But fortunately, the game is generous and did not actually take any time to look through all that. There's the box. If I interact with the box, I can talk to the old lady again, but I don't have any passcodes for her, so it won't do me any good. What's this?
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
Have I looked at this before? I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
Okay, fair. But the question is, which did they start with and which did they pivot to? What a strange leap of imagination. And yet they still failed. How sad, Finnish thought. That's just speculation. We don't know anything for sure. Let's think about it. Sure. That one.
That's a good question.
I thought so too. What a strange leap of imagination, and yet they failed. How sad.
Reality is ruthless.
Apparently, yes. Did I get an experience for that? Is there a way I can check? I didn't. So that kind of orb doesn't count for experience. Got it. Okay. I see. Is there anything else in this little room? Seemingly no. All right. Then great. Then good. I do still have to talk to the bookstore owner. All right, hang on. Let me have a look here. Okay, obviously I need to pick up the dice eventually. Find all the armor pieces. I don't really know why I decided I was going to try find all of them. You want all the armor pieces. Deck yourself out in a full metal, battle-hardened glory. Note, this might take a while, like a long while, and might be entirely impossible, in fact. One of them's in the ocean. Dice Maker said that your order will be ready in 8 hours. Pick it up from the doomed commercial area and be sure to have some money with you. That does seem important. Okay, so let's see here. I need to talk to Joyce again because of that thought I just had. I need to find the smoker, but not tonight because I have to ask Kim to take care of the body. Morel, I wonder if that can wait until tomorrow. I don't know. That's one of those things where, okay, on the one hand, I'm guessing Kim doesn't really care if I find Morel in his absence, but on the other hand, I think it might be fun to have him along with me, even if he doesn't really want to be there. Run the number of the victim's armor. We're waiting for one more day for that. Where's the rest of the armor? Kuno lied to you. Return and confront him. He did, didn't he? Come to think on it. He told me that, he told me that Mañana would know, and of course Mañana has no idea. Do you think confronting Kuno is going to do any good at all? Investigate Doomsend commercial area. Report back to Plaisance. That's one that I'm pretty sure I could take care of without Kim around. Yeah? Probably. Track down your badge. I have no idea if that's ever going to be possible. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? That's one thing. I could just go back to Joyce and talk to her while Kim is gone. We can't get much work done on the investigation anyway while he's out of there, you know? Well, maybe the thing to do is let Kim take care of the body then. Is there anything I'm forgetting? I don't know. The unfortunate thing is that no matter what I do when Kim is gone, I'll probably have some regrets because I'm sure he has something to chime in every now and again. And I don't want to miss it, but we also got to get that body out of here. If I can remember how to get back to the... It's not this way. That leads back to Plaisance' shop. That's not where I'm going right now. I need to take the back door, right? No, I can't go through there. This way, though. Sure are some noises in here. It's fine, though. It's fine. Okay, we're back down here. Let me just check and make sure the dye isn't in here.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Smear your hands with coal. I didn't choose this earlier because I kind of hate having stuff on my hands. But this guy isn't me, is the thing. And if I'm going to find the dye, I'm going to have to get my hands in the coal. So let's smear my hands with coal, see what happens.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient.
Yeah, I suppose they would. Continue.
Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future archaeologists. No, that would be stupid.
I just failed a conceptualization check. Huh. Can I get 2 more conceptualization and try again? Leave. Let me try. Let me try. This may be a waste of time, but I don't care. Conceptualization... I don't have anything affecting it right now. Let's see. Conceptualization. I can get 1 from my satin shirt. Is that all I can do? Because that is not enough. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. Okay, so I cannot make that check right now. Fine. And the die is gone. I think I have to just accept that the die is gone. All right, well, that's fine then. All right, Kim. It's 3:20. I hope you got enough time.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Let's bag him, Kim. Take him away. And the lieutenant will be gone. Okay.
All right.
He takes out a shiny black body bag and starts pulling the plastic over the dead man's face.
There go those beautiful enamel boots. You will never own the full set now.
Oh,
May
right.
they rest in processing.
Shoot, I didn't even think about that. I said I was going to gather the entire set of armor, and I failed that particular mission too, didn't I? Whoops. Whoops, oh well, continue.
Oh well, in another lifetime.
Maybe so. Continue.
I can drive him to processing today, no problem, since we stalled with this. But this does mean I will be gone for the rest of the day.
You'll be gone? What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case, tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous.
Yeah.
An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I'm not going to go back and talk to Measurehead or anything like that. Continue.
This means Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave until tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, you're free to do side tasks and even the main case. Though, it might be more difficult.
Presumably, yes. Continue.
If you have nothing to do, read books or sit on the bench on the plaza.
Right, right. Although reading books will require me to buy books, and that takes money, and I need some money to pick up my dye tonight. But anyway, continue.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Bag the corpse and drag it to the motor carriage. That's the one. There we go. Dragging corpses around. And off he goes. He's gone. He's gone, and I'm alone. I'm alone as I have ever been. Well, maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I haven't spent much time alone, you know? Not since starting this. And there wasn't much fanfare for him taking off. He's just gone. So what do I do with myself now, Well, like I said, I can check in with Plaisance. I feel like Kim didn't offer much in the way of interaction when we were talking to Plaisance anyway. He mostly left that all to me, and that's just fine, I guess. All right. Hello, Plaisance. How are you doing?
You're alive and well.
I am.
Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there?
She's,
in that dark sarcophagus.
She's looking for the right expression. The dark sarcophagus. Pause dramatically.
Yes, yes. How was it?
Continue.
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
I assume that's true. It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises, leeching life energy from this bookstore. Honestly, a dump. Nothing to see, and they're just heaps of garbage. Someone should let the sunshine in. I am in no position to give out personal opinions. No, you're right, Drama. She does absolutely want to hear it. Charnel house of failed business enterprises. I mean, sure, let's go with it. Kim would disapprove, but Kim's not here. Ha ha!
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us.
A tremor runs through her. She shakes her head. Okay, great.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
I have a few more questions about the curse. I don't think I do. I suppose that's just to go back to the option of discussing the curse with her, which I went through pretty thoroughly before. I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha, and she's a double T dice maker. I mean, that is true. That is true. That's not going to be what you want to hear, but it is true. I don't have an option to be dramatic about it. Sorry. Here we go.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
Her eyes widen. She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you. No, ma'am, I have felt her aura. She is not the one to blame for this curse. She may be involved, but I don't have a way to question the malignant entity further. Well, this would be the realism route, but I don't think it's going to convince her of much of anything, right? Plus, I just did give that dramatic entrance to this entire discussion, so, you know, that's not going to go off too well. That said, I'm pretty sure that Neha doesn't necessarily have anything to do with a curse, you know? I mean, it doesn't seem likely anyway. She does feel supernatural in a way. She feels like an outside observer to everything going on, but, like, I do not believe that she's the source of the curse, so I'm going with this one.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed.
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down.
It does, you're right, Logic, okay.
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm.
Uh-huh.
To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
She says there is no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. Lie. The source is in the taxidermist's shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet. There are still leads to be followed, like that strange radio computer thing. There is another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it. Oh, what do I tell Plaisance? If I tell her she says there is no curse because there are too many inconsistencies, well, that would be the logic option, but I don't know if Plaisance is going to buy it. Because, well, she's highly superstitious. I could probably, if I choose that, I could probably go into what the inconsistencies are if she's willing to hear me out in the first place. How do we want to go about this? The strange radio computer thing. I mean, that is something that I want to look into for sure, but like, that's not going to help her. That's not going to put her mind at ease. And if I did say the source was in the taxidermist shop, what good did that going to do anything? I mean, I could lie and say that I dealt with it also. And this, I mean, there is, if there's going to be an entity, a malignant entity, it's going to be something out in the greater world, not here in the cursed, you know, business area or whatever it's called. I apparently have forgotten what it's called. Oh, what do we tell her? Okay, well, here's the thing, right? What Plaisance asked, and I guess she did ask, where is the source of the doom? I could answer one of her two questions here. The most recent question she asked is what Neha said to explain the curse, which is to say, she says there is no curse. I could say this without necessarily wiping my hands of the idea of there being a curse, I suppose, if that's something I want to do. I don't think that saying that it's in the taxidermist shop is going to do anybody any good. Well, that's the thing. There isn't. She trusts me because I said I had Semini's blood, right? I do wish I'd said that I was the Void Revenant, but I didn't. Listen. I don't know. I think lying would probably be more entertaining, but it might lead me down roads that I don't necessarily want to deal with. I'm going to answer a question about Neha. Neha says there's no curse. That's the answer. She says there's no curse.
Too many inconsistencies. What kind of talk is that?
The woman scoffs at you with an audible snort.
Good luck persuading her. Some people can rationalize anything.
First, you're one of those inconsistencies. As I said, she's a novelty device maker. Her business has been up and running for a long time now. That'll just lead her to suspect Neha further. So, you are an inconsistency in that.
I am not doing as well as it looks like I am.
She grasps her pendant.
I only have my Simone's wards to thank for the protection they provide.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, I guess let's talk about the fact that her business has been up and running for a while now, but I don't suspect that's going to help much.
Yes, because her business consists of the psychic leech that's been feeding the curse.
Red blotches appear on her skin. Well, this is going well.
I see that you've fallen for her manipulation, Detective. The investigation is over. I just hope that you haven't made anything worse by going in there.
Great. Well, this is lovely.
Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on your way.
She concludes, tucking the pendant away in her blouse. I guess I should have seen that coming. Continue.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now.
Clearly. Thank you, Inland Empire.
There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
Yeah, true, I suppose. Continue.
The shop around you feels ancient suddenly, damp and saturated by the coastal air. The books are rotting. A great cold lives here. And there, too. 1,200 meters away, on the urban coast, the dark shape of a church is reflected on the water, calling.
The dark shape of a church? 1,200 meters away? Man, Shivers, where do you get this from? You just had the feeling, huh? Can I check my map while I'm in the middle of a conversation with Plaisance? I can. Church, look at that. Huh. Are you trying to suggest to me, Shivers, that there is a curse, and it stems from the church, rather than in here? Huh. Farewell for now, book peddler. Great. What's this now? Oh, did I finish another thought?
Chewing gum scented one.
I did. Squishy.
August 2nd, early late summer. You're getting off the streetcar in Le Jardin, east of the river. Her father and mother are middle class. The nylon of her little jacket rustles next to you in the dark like autumn leaves. Her heels click on the pavement. You're walking up to the gate in front of her parents' house. She takes out her chewing gum and you kiss her. A feeling like electricity flows through your whole body. Immediately, you know that you've entered a completely different world.
It was nice of her to take the gum out before that, I suppose. Consider it. Bonuses. +2 perception. Betrayal lingers everywhere. Well, I mean, that's not a bad one. That's not a bad thing to have. More perception seems more better. Perception is connected to what? Let me accept for now. Perception is connected to motorics? It's motorics. So my perception was already decent, but now it's quite good. So I guess that's nice. I have 2 skill points, don't I? Well, isn't that interesting? Isn't that just fascinating? I should probably spend one of them or something. Hello. How are you doing? You seem to be done with your homework.
Hi,
Never mind.
Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
More books? Oh, I guess I did buy the map, huh? +1 suggestion. Oh, right, the suggestion. Why are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar? Suggestion. Suggestion. Do I have... I know I already checked this back when it was relevant, but I don't have a way to... I have a way to decrease my suggestion, but not increase it, right? Right. Okay. Now, technically, I could spend a skill point on it, but I feel like that's not necessarily going to be the most pertinent usage of it. I am worried about the fact that I picked that up, I'll be honest with you. Okay. Well. Wasn't there a book back here that my brain was like, hey, you should definitely read this book? Where was it? Give me a second to try and find it, huh? What's this? Oops, what's this? Looks like Guillaume Le Million, that hair poster. Which herb? Oh, this one here. This one here? How can I even see it through the wall? No, probably that one. I don't know. I thought this was related to... It doesn't matter.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
This is the one. The description that you get from Plaisance of this particular book doesn't seem particularly fascinating to me. But my brain is telling me that this one's important. The Greatest Innocence. Let me grab The Greatest Innocence. Maybe I can read it while Kim's gone. I don't know how long it takes me to read a book. Depends on how fast I am at reading, I suppose, but yeah, let's get it.
A true cultural touchstone.
She nods.
Enjoy the read.
Cool, thanks. Now I'm nearly broke, but that's okay, because I can pawn stuff, right? Maybe. Do I have enough to pawn, even to buy the die? I don't know, honestly. All right, well, let me have a look at this book that I just bought. Here it is. The Greatest Innocence. This dusty tome brings knowledge on the history of innocences. It is written by one... Wow. Joao Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego, a Mesque fascist who tries to reach a conclusion on which of the innocences is the coolest in the world. A fascist, you say? Lovely. Well, this seems like it'll be a great time. But my brain says I should read it, so I guess I'll read it. All right. I could harass this woman some more if I felt like it. Do I feel like it? What else did I have on my list of things I was planning on doing? I don't want to go exploring too much new territory, right? Because if I do, I'm probably going to get myself into trouble. I could go back and talk to Kuno some more. That's certainly an option. But let's harass this woman first. Hello. Maybe her children are missing?
No, absolutely not.
Her words come out quick as gunshots. Okay, so where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
She's definitely disturbed by now. Nanny, where are they? A police wherever I want. Where are they? I shouldn't have brought it up. I'm sorry. I police whatever I want, rather. Nanny.
They are not missing, sir.
Cool, sounds good. Continue.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
They're at home, right? Smoking cigarettes. Okay, great, just making sure. Why am I doing this to this woman? Why am I being like this? I don't know, honestly. Because I'm bored? Not sure. I mean, if I'm going to commit to it, this is how you commit to it, for sure. I feel bad whenever I harass this woman. For now, I'm going to leave her alone. Sorry.
I see. Thanks.
She tries to read again. Maybe your cockatoo is missing?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
Ma'am, I was asking about your cockatoo. Is it missing? What do you mean I'm being a cockatoo?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
I doubt that. Continue.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Thanks for the tip. You're being sarcastic. Let's talk about something else. Sure, let's do it.
Wonderful. The store is open.
Great. Give her a hug? No. I know I'm being a weirdo, but I'm not going to give her a hug, okay? I'm sorry.
The woman before you nods.
I have no idea why I'm harassing this woman. So, tell me about this new task. Find your heraldic bird. The working class woman said you're a bit of a cockatoo. What if it's true? Go read up on cockatoos in the bookstore. Maybe you'll discover something new about yourself as well. I don't have any money to buy a book, but let's see if she's got any advice on this particular front. Hello.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
I'm looking for a book about cockatoos.
A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Let me have a look. A book about cockatoos, A book about cockatoos. Next to the biographies. That's this one here, right? Wait. It's this right here. It's this right here.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title. From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
From A to Zurich? That's quite a name. Flip through the pages, please.
Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems.
All of them. Continue.
You don't have behavioral problems. That's garbage. You're cool.
I'm cool. What about this guide to cockatoos, storekeeper?
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
I want to buy the guide to cockatoos. It costs $3.99, which I do not have. I could technically try to steal it. It's a white check. I may retry it. Kim's not here. -1 angry storekeeper stare down. I guess because I failed her task. She's angry at me, but she does still call me an esteemed police officer or whatever. So, whatever. I'm great at this. Do it.
Slowly.
Whoops.
You move your hand toward the tome of cockatoos. Before you reach the book, you're interrupted.
Aw, man.
Sir, no touching the merchandise. People like their books pristine, not handled by God knows who.
I suppose I am God knows who. You're right. Okay. I can't have the book of cockatoos right now. Do I have a way to increase my interfacing? Obviously, it's too late now, but, like... I'm pretty sure my main interfacing thing is my gloves, right? And I've got them on already, so, like, what you gonna do? I mean, I could. I could level up my interfacing just to try and steal the book about cockatoos. I don't know if that's a good usage of my experience. But I'm going to think real hard about it, because Kim is gone. Now is the time if I'm going to do this at all. Let me just step outside and talk to Kuno for a second, Let me just go talk to Kuno for a second. Now, Kuno does have a tendency to damage my morale, so I am going to take this opportunity to real quick just, there we go. I don't know how to quick load, but at least I've quick saved, so I can feel a little bit good about myself. Kuno! Kuno, my lad! So, I hear you've been lying to me, How about it?
Fuck does Kuno care?
The boy turns to you. He doesn't care. I talked to Manyan about the armor, Kuno.
So?
He raises his eyebrows, projecting aggressive indifference. He told me you promised to sick the pigs on him. He said to thank you. Wasn't too keen on chasing down that armor anyway. He said you're now the king of the entire Jamrock? What do I do? What do I do? He did say to thank him. I mean, these two are true. I'm curious what Kuno would say to this particular thing. Kuno doesn't care. Kuno doesn't care. I'm just gonna do it. He says you're the king of Jamrock?
North Jamrock.
He corrects you.
Kuno meant everything north of 881. The rooster fucked Kuno's words up. Kuno doesn't do south. Doesn't fuck with the Madre.
Who's the Madre?
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
I mean, that is true. Continue.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
He's suddenly all business. I will remember this, Kuno. Whatever, kid. I will remember this, Kuno.
You got fucked.
He repeats.
You got fucked, pig. Fucked bad. Of course you're going to remember this. Now get the fuck out of here. Griefing the Kuno.
Okay.
After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, fair enough. Am I going to take more morale damage, you think?
Yeah, real interesting.
Do I try again? I gotta ask. Who's Kuno? This time I won't take the option that definitely destroys my brain. Who's Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
You're darn right he is. The boy points to his chest with both thumbs.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Now, I mean, I did this one and it hurt me, so you refer to yourself in the third person. Is that some kind of gang name? Let's go with that one. Is that some kind of gang name, Kuno?
Yeah, Kuno's in a fucking gang. In a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Madre, bangs for Mazda, bangs for Revachol.
There's the Madre again. Huh, I wonder who that is.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
No, he's not. The thing behind the fence... Oh, this happened before. Right. She's just screaming, and now if I leave, then trouble.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Right!
The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard. Apparently you're just going to do that no matter what, huh, Kuno S?
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
This hurts. That's the one that damaged my morale. I'm not doing anything, see?
Everybody, please! He's digging his dick out!
I'm definitely not. Continue.
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Oh, boy.
Pigs in eating, Kuno! Somebody, please!
It's full blast now. The wind carries the message far and wide across Martinez.
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Be logical, kid. I haven't done anything to you. That's not going to work. This is Kuno. What is this sick charade? Who put you up to this? Are you high right now? Physical instrument challenging 12. Shut him down. Don't punch him. It's a bad idea. Back off. Man, I don't think I'm going to succeed at punching Kuno. And it's also not really a good idea to be punching a 12-year-old boy, particularly when I'm the cops. Why did I talk to Kuno again, I wonder? I don't even know. He's not going to... Logic, you're being ridiculous. There's no way this is going to work. Are you high right now, Kuno?
Help! Misters, help!
He prances around, eyes bulging out of their sockets, rolling hard, yelling at the windows.
He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late!
Does anybody care, though, Kuno? Like, I'm not going to do anything, but, like, is anyone going to actually help you? All right, logic brain. I haven't done anything to you, kid.
Fucking logical! Help! The logical pig is fiddling Kuno!
He snorts. That was sure a snort noise. If I back off, I'm going to take morale damage, huh? All right, I'm going to back off and take the morale damage. It's fine, whatever.
Look.
Kuno whispers as you retreat, vanishingly silent.
For emphasis, a ghost is saying this. A shit-eating psychopathic ghost with an ace up his sleeve.
Uh-huh. Continue.
I know you wanted to hit me.
He lets it linger.
You got that, I'm going to fuck that Kuno up look. That Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look.
I'm sorry to hear about your dad, Kuno.
Relax. He can't read your mind. He doesn't know you were thinking that.
I'm pretty sure he does know I was thinking that, Logic.
There's a dead body, remember? That's what you were doing here. You're a cop on a case.
Yes, but I didn't act on it. It was just a fantasy. Yes, how do I get back to it? I want to go back to that thought. How do you know that? You can't see inside my head. Whisper, can you read my mind, Kuno? Why don't we get back to the interview, Kuno? How do we want to approach this? Admit he's right. And point out that I didn't. He's not going to care. This would be an option to go back to punching him, which I'm not going to do. Let's just go with this one. Can you read my mind, Kuno?
I can.
His voice is so silent.
Can smell that violent shit. I know what you were thinking.
His voice is so silent it seems the words are echoing in your head, not coming from his lips. Continue.
I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut his shit down. You know what? You should have hit the Kuno, because now...
He raises his voice again.
You're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno. Kuno laughs at you. King Kuno!
He spreads his arms, taking dominion over the yard. Well, good for you, Kuno.
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch. You're gonna be in this shit with Kuno.
Uh-huh. Continue.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever.
The peepo-headed critter doesn't let him finish.
A peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you for that, since it was me that thought of peepo-headed. Nice peepo. Whatever, I had some question about the crime scene. Nice peepo.
You don't talk to me about my fucking peepo.
I do indeed.
You don't know where I come from. You just Kuno's bottom bitch.
Whatever, I had some questions about the crime scene.
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions, but remember, this changes shit.
He taps his temporal lobe. Does it?
Click, 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 click.
Goes the little people wearing asshole behind the fence. Empathy legendary 14. Figure out what's going on with this kid. +2 shot the body down. -1 back down from Kuno. My empathy ain't great. Legendary 14. Let's see if I got anything like it.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
I know he doesn't. Now then, do I have anything I can put on to increase my empathy? I don't think so. I don't think so. Plus, changing clothes in front of Kuno seems like a questionable thing to do, just because he seems like the one person in this game who would comment on it. No, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. So let's go ahead and fail the check.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Is it a white? It is a white check. Let's go ahead and fail the check.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
I keep forgetting that when you fail a white check that there are consequences for that. Hey, Kuno, think you can turn the Kuno down for a moment? Let's talk like normal people. Kuno, listen, I know this boundary pushing thing is new to you, but it's old news for us grown-ups. Kuno, you must have seen all kinds of things throwing stones here. Want to help the RCM bust a murderer? I guess let's do that one, because the other two aren't going to get me anywhere.
Fuck no.
He burst out loud, laughing.
What are you? Fucking mentally handicapped?
Thank you for that, Kuno.
Kuno, they've almost made you a snitch now.
Have they?
Ease off, see? Kuno always takes the bullet over the hammer.
He nods, big boy style, incredibly proud of himself.
He'd rather die than work with the justice system.
I mean, I suppose that's probably true. Okay, bye.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
And Kuno never will. Great. I'm gonna go increase my interfacing and try and steal a book. I don't even care anymore. I'm gonna steal a book about cockatoos, and Plaisance can't stop me. She might be able to stop me, but she's gonna have a low chance of being able to stop me. This is stupid, but I'm doing it. Done. Accept changes in clothes. Give me the friggin' cockatoo book. Give it to me.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover.
Give it to me.
You wait for the storekeeper to be distracted. When she's not looking, you haul the tome of cockatoos into your pocket.
Beautiful, I got it.
It's quite a challenge, but eventually, the guide to the cockatoos is yours. Splendid effort.
Fantastic. I got it, and she'll never suspect it was me either. A book about different cockatoo species and their behavioral problems. Perhaps it could also offer some insight into your own often problematic actions. The spectacular major majestic cockatoo eyes you from the cover. My goodness, I can't read. I can't read and I stole a book. Haha, take that, goodbye. Alright, well. This has been fascinating. I don't know that I actually accomplished anything of note today, but I sure did what I did, didn't I? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. What is that? Hang on, what's that? What's that? There's something down there. The dye! The dye! The dye! The musty smell of a potato cellar in spring emanates from the air vent. Is it not the dye? I can't interact with it. There's something down there. Maybe it's just the smell of the potato cellar. Potato cellar? Potato cellar? I wonder. It should be the same basement I was just wandering around in, right? I would think so. I'm never getting the dye back, am I? Yeah, I'll probably just have to accept that. Anyway, we gotta be done. It's been an hour, we gotta be done. I feel more aimless than I've ever felt. There are so many things to do, and I'm so fantastically incompetent at accomplishing any of the things that need to be done. But there's still a lot of time left in the day, and there's no Kim here to help me. So I guess before next time I'll decide whether I'm going to actually try and do anything, or if I'm just going to sit on a bench and read my book until Kim gets back and we'll call it good that way. I'm not sure. In one case or another, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.